Hey fam, what's going on? It's Aces Eye here, and today I'm just super excited because I just finished up my 7-day most interesting leader contest. So for those of you that don't know what it was, basically every day I posted a video about a different world leader throughout history that I just thought was interesting in some sort of way. Now, interesting doesn't necessarily mean the best or the worst. They could be religious, government, military, a little bit of everything. Um, I just find them interesting in some way, you know? So it's kind of an odd contest, but I'm really excited because I want to sit back and just take a few minutes to review each of those seven. And then I don't have many followers, but anybody that watches those videos, I'd love it if you guys could just add a comment with who you think out of these seven is the most interesting. And then maybe even comment and say who you wish I would have brought up. Just before you get into those comments, there were a few runner-ups. Winston Churchill almost made the list. Um, and Cleopatra almost made the list as well. And I was looking into the Aztecs, and I don't know. There were definitely a few others, but they didn't quite make the cut. So I'll make this real quick, just about a minute each, just a quick review so you can learn about him again. But I started the week with Julius Caesar. Everybody knows Caesar. They know that he's an ancient hero, or an ancient leader, I mean. Um, what a lot of people don't realize is that he was actually loved by pretty much everybody except for the rich. He was a everyman's leader. He took care of the people that were in the poor and middle classes, and he was an incredible military leader. He was a smart guy, and at the end of the day, he ended up getting stabbed 23 times or something like that. It's a hell of a way to go. Next up, I brought up Ivan the Terrible. Listen, I can't say much about this guy. If you want to learn more, I'd go ahead and watch the video. But he definitely earned his name. He was not a cool dude, but at the same time, it's just incredible some of the military strategies they used and just things like that. It just kind of blew my mind. That's how he made the list. Alexander the Great. Everybody knows Alexander the Great. I feel like I couldn't make a list without him. Um, it's just revolutionary. So many different things that he did, and just the way that he changed society was incredible. And it just, I guess he just interests me. I didn't know enough about him walking in. Genghis Khan, my man. I don't know what it is about Genghis Khan. He starts out, he basically gets kicked out of society. He comes back. Him and his brother just go crazy ruling. They won't take no s from anybody, and it's just never enough. You know, the Holy Roman Empire says, "Hey, stop, 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 stop. We'll pay you. We'll meet your demands. We're sorry. Just don't attack us anymore." He's like, "All right, cool, cool, cool." A few years later, bam, he hits him again. All right, we'll pay you more. We'll pay you more. We'll pay you more. All right, cool, cool, cool. A few years later, bam, hits him again. He just, man, he was crazy. He was hell of a leader. I wouldn't want to go up against him. And I mean, the rumor is that he killed his brother for total power, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. All right, next up, I moved on to Mary the First. What, Mary of Scots, I think was her name, or what she was called. She is quote the real life Bloody Mary. Anyway, man, she had it was really interesting because a lot of people give her a lot of grief because she would burn Protestants at the stake and just all kinds of stuff, you know. Um, she had a rough life though. That's what made her so interesting. She was the child of Henry XVI, and we all know how that went. If the wife didn't pop out a son, well, she was either killed or she was divorced or who knows, you know. So I mean, it was a rough beginning. She was denounced by her father, then she was brought back, and then her little brother took control, and then he tried to put some other people in, and her little sister had control over her for a while. Just it was incredible. I kind of feel bad for her, honestly, and she also had a lot of biological issues going on. She couldn't, yeah, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Very, very interesting. Next up, I moved on to Attila the Hun. So Attila the Hun, man, Attila the Hun. You thought Genghis Khan was bad, man. Attila the Hun is crazy, dude. It just, oh my god. Um, yeah, yeah. he just, I don't know. He crazy smart about how from day one how he was taught, how he learned. Um, he just he was raised to learn Latin and to learn Gothic so that he could communicate during battle with the people that he's fighting in in Europe and in I guess Rome's part of Europe, but it just it was incredible. He he just he was an incredible fighter, incredible general. And after all that, the thing that really blew me away the most was apparently he was a very friendly person who was in touch with the environment, was all about it, didn't want to ruin any of that. And one thing that I mentioned about Genghis Khan earlier, him and his brother taking over and him killing his brother, I apologize, I mixed him up with Attila the Hun. That was actually Attila the Hun and his brother, and he supposedly killed his brother. But you'll have to check out that video for that one. I do have a link that pops up every time at the top with each of these videos if you haven't looked at them yet. The last one, which I just posted, um, listen, man, maybe I'm biased because I'm an American, but I gotta choose a U.S. president. I mean, he's got to be on the list somewhere. And don't get me wrong, these aren't 1 through 7, they're just random order. Um, but I chose Teddy Roosevelt. And don't get me wrong, Eisenhower, easily my favorite president. Kennedy's a close second, but Eisenhower, then Kennedy. And I'll take Teddy as a third. But Teddy was interesting, man. They mentioned so many different things in there. I mean, there's a picture of him riding a moose. He was the police commissioner of New York. He was a cowboy, and for those of you that don't know what a cowboy is, I mean, it means you probably think of, oh yeah, the sharpshooters in the cowboy movies. No, a cowboy is somebody that worked on a ranch and took care of the cattle. So you rode a horse, you lassoed, you rounded him up, you lived a hard ranch life. Then he became a sheriff, deputy, a sheriff, police commissioner. He was in the Rough Riders, charged his men up several battles. I mean, hell, he got shot in the middle of in the middle of a speech and still talked for 83 minutes. That's incredible. It's just such an interesting dude. I mean, he had the teddy bear was named after him. Um, it just yeah, Teddy blows me away. He really does. And they didn't even bring up national parks in that video. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Again, if you guys can, seriously, just comment down in the comments. I want to see who you guys thought of these 7 were the most interesting. And then after that, I want to see who you guys think that I missed and I should have put in the top 7, Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm excited to get back some other videos. But till next time, I love you, fam. This is Aces High, and I'm out.